Well, hi there. Today I wanted to show you and review the HP EliteBook 8440P. And I was looking for a laptop that could be used as a loaner. And a laptop that's used as a loaner needs to, at least in my opinion, needs to have a nice screen, comfortable keyboard, good touchpad as the basic. But it must have a VGA port, and this one has a VGA port in the back as well as a display port. But a VGA port is absolutely necessary in business because most projectors only, at least the ones that are in conference rooms, only have VGA plugs. It must have a DVD player because you never know. You're going to have that one user who needs that DVD player. And yes, you can connect an external one. But this makes it so portable, so, you know, you don't have to think about it. It just comes with it. And it has to be powerful, versatile, depending on what the user needs. So I had to find. I was looking for an i7 laptop with a high-res screen. This one is a 1600 by 900. Very nice screen, by the way. Everything is very sharp and it pops out. So it also has pretty decent viewing angles. There's not a lot of washout when moving our head around. Another thing that I wanted is I wanted something that is sturdy, and this is definitely looks to be premium quality. So let me go over the inputs, outputs, and we'll go from there. So outside, by the way, it has a very nice brushed aluminum cover. This doesn't attract any fingerprints. I'm actually pretty impressed. No fingerprints. On the front, you have a SD card slot. You got the push button that releases the lid. On the sides, you have an express card slot, headphones jack, microphone, firewire jack, 3 USB, 2.0 ports, fan, VGA display port, Kensington lock, modem. I'm not sure the modem's active, but has a modem jack, Ethernet. The modem jack may be model dependent, so if you're going to look for one that specifically has a modem, look in the specs. Ethernet and eSATA combination of that and a USB port, and multi-CD player writer. This is a DVD writer, CD writer. On the bottom, you got the battery, you got the docking port, and you got access to the hard drive, memory slot, and the wireless card. Now, in business world, it's, for me at least, it's very important to be able, if the computer needs service, to be able to pop out the hard drive easily and just ship out the laptop without it. Or even if you have service, on-site service, sometimes I decide to take it out anyway, just to protect the data. Also in the front, you got the speaker grill. It's right there. And this laptop is really old school type. I really love it. it has all the LED indicators right here. So it has the hard drive, it has if it's charging, if the power's on, and if the wireless is on. And it also has the indicators here, and these are touch sensitive, and it lets you know if it's muted or not, and you can have direct access to the volume, increase the volume, lower the volume right there. You got the button here that disables the touch pad. This way you can just use the nub right there and not worry about accidentally touching the touchpad. This one basically disables or enables the wireless, which is nice if you're connecting an Ethernet port and you just want to quickly disable the wireless. And it's not close to the F keys, so you can't accidentally actually press on it like some other laptops. And also you have two quick launch that are customizable, one for browser, one for an email or whatever you want. And power button right there. Now let me talk about the keyboard as well. This keyboard is not backlit, but it's frontlit. And what they did is something similar to what Lenovo or IBM ThinkPad has, that the light shines from the top. And this is pretty cute. It's actually one of those, you press on it and it pops out and it shines shines light on the keyboard. All right, so let me show you Shutdown here. And that's another thing. This screen will go 180 degrees, even a little more than 180 degrees backwards, which is nice if you work like this in this type of situation. A lot of laptops these days have a limited range of where the screen can go. Actually, let me talk about bloatware and updates. This was surprisingly lacking of any bloatware or software that I didn't need or want. I only uninstalled Microsoft Office. I didn't even know which version it was, but it was some starter or whatever, and I installed the licensed Office that we have for the organization. And that's basically it. It really didn't have anything that I had to spend time uninstalling. What it didn't have was a lot of updates, and I'm talking about gigs and gigs of updates. I guess between this and the Microsoft Office updates, it took a good 2 hours to get the computers up to speed with all the updates. And just so you guys notice, I put this watt meter here, and I'm gonna try to keep it here, and hopefully the camera will be able to pick on it, and it will show us the let me see if I could plop something like this. There we go. And it will show us the wattage that the laptop is drawing at the moment. Alright, so let's start it up, and you can see how long it takes to boot up. Now this is pretty cute. They show you on the bottom side there if it's connected or not. Alright, so now it's post BIOS stage, starting up. And I'll go ahead and put my very complicated password. Let's launch. Let's launch Words. Yeah, that handles it. It's first time running. Second load, much faster. And I just wanted to show you also the Windows Performance Index. And it got a score of 4.9. And the limiting factor was the desktop performance for Windows Aero at 4.9. The processor got a 7. The memory operations per second got 5.9. Desktop graphics 4.9, gaming graphics 5.9, and hard drive 5.9. Pretty good numbers. And by the way, this one, I mentioned it before, this is the i7 M640 running at 2.8 gigahertz, 4 gigabytes of memory, and the 64-bit version of Windows 7 Professional. I also wanted to show you how much this draws as far as power when it's being benchmarked. So let's run this benchmark again, and we'll see what the max wattage is. So right now it's running the graphics stuff, and it just peaked at 50 watts, 60 watts. So in general, it looks like it's hovering between 35 and 50, and it spikes to 60 watts for a few seconds or so at points during these benchmarks. One more thing I wanted to mention, it does come with front-facing camera and a dual microphone in the front, so it's great for web conferencing. Also, it does have a way to adjust the brightness of the screen automatically with this brightness sensor. Right now I believe it's set to the max, but you can switch to the ambient light sensor, and it will change the display brightness depending on how much light it senses. And you can notice that I covered it, it lowered the intensity, and it's back up. Alright, so overall this laptop really fit what I was looking for. I was looking for an i7 CPU that will pretty much perform well for the next several years. 4 gigabytes of memory, big hard drive, CD, DVD writer, SD card slot, VGA output, very important, multiple USB ports, high-res screen, light on the keyboard in case somebody's in a non-lit conference room, and good battery life. This should last about 4.5 to 5 hours, and it's also very well built. So I'm pretty impressed with this. It is a little bit on the chunky side, but I will sacrifice chunky for a more compact 14-incher and well built with all the all the check marks that I wanted. Last thing that I'm going to show measure is how much does this thing weigh. So let me cancel out of this. Always without the brick. Okay, this one measures at 2.34 kilograms, and it's 5.16 pounds, which is okay, you know. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention is that the power port here is very nicely made. It's not flimsy at all like some of the Acers out there. Alright, so if you have any questions, please leave in the comments, or you can even message me privately. I'll try to answer any question you have. And please thumb up. It does take you know, my time and effort to bring this video out, and I would really appreciate that. So thumb up, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, and bye.